how do you mirror your clients?
Yes, that is a really great point that you brought up. Thank you for that question. So I think as photographers, we, especially when we're posing our clients, we tell them, hey, you're just going to mirror me. So we are already instinctively great at that. But sometimes we kind of forget to mirror them, especially before the photo shoot. I think that's such an important element of client communications for us to mirror our clients. If we're, let's say, speaking to them over a Zoom call, that's a great opportunity, or whenever we're with them in person. By mirroring, we are able to connect with our clients on such a deeper level. And mirroring, it's not just gestures, it's the tone of voice, it's the posture. Like, for example, you're sitting there like this, so I might just sit there like this.
Yep.
You're leaning in.
If I do this.
If I do this, maybe I'll kind of do this. It doesn't have to be exactly specific.
If I stick my finger in my ear, will you do that?
I might. And sometimes, you know, as humans, we kind of naturally do that anyway. But if you're a little bit more aware of it, you can connect with that person on a much deeper level. There's also a way to mirror people on the phone. Like if, let's say, you're not doing your consults over Zoom, which you should be. It is so much better. Let's say you're on the phone with somebody and you hear that they're talking really fast and they're really excited. You're not going to be like, yes, okay, I'm going to tell. No, you need to pick up that tone of voice and that energy too. And if they're a little bit slow or a little bit quiet, you need to be able to slow yourself down and speak with the same tone and same pauses, because it will just make them connect with you on a much deeper level.
Right. So one other thing that you have not mentioned yet that you did on our call, so I'm just going to ask you the question even though I know the answer. Do you take words?
Yes.
And repeat
thank you.
them.
Yes, thank you for pointing that out. Also, on a consultation call, Zoom, whatever meeting, as you're asking questions with your clients, you're going to sit and listen and pay attention to the words that they describe their experience as. What do they want from their session? Because when you are done listening to them, now it's your job to, you know, kind of sell yourself to them. Use the same words to sell the experience, to tell them about the experience that they're gonna get from you with the exact same words that they just said to you. Because let's say they say, I really want this, let's say I wanna feel really confident for this boudoir session, or I wanna feel like a, you know, badass, right? So then you're gonna say, you know what, we're gonna do this session and we're gonna make you look like a badass, because you want to repeat those same words to them. Because, and then it's gonna sound like, oh, she knows what I want.
Right.
She knows exactly what I need. Oh, that's, you know, her idea to give that back to me. And then again, they're gonna connect on a deeper level.
Yeah, and when you have that, you know, not only in photography, but in your life in general, when you get onto that wavelength with somebody, there is hours of conversation that doesn't need to happen.
Yes.
And there's a stress relief that just naturally comes when you're just communicating and you feel like that person truly gets you.
Yes.
So interesting little side note, and you don't even know this, everybody in the room does, but the room that we're sitting in right now was, at one point, we called it our teleprompt room. And I can remember one of our owners telling me one time, he's like, it's very important to be able to see people's body language when we're having discussions. And you know, you mentioned a couple minutes ago, if you're not doing your consultations via Zoom, you need to be doing them. And I 100% agree. Like every meeting that I do now, it's via Zoom unless I absolutely have to be on the phone, because it's just better to connect, even if it is just on a screen, because you get to see the body language, you get to see the facial expressions, you get to bring that out. Like, you know, talking to you today and having you here for the last couple hours, you're so energetic, you're so happy, and people mirror that back in you. I was watching them do it, you know, which is fantastic. Another thing that you did kind of briefly touch on, I want to make sure everybody understands the quantity of questions that you're asking during these. Now you said you do a lot of question and answer during these Zoom calls. Like, how long does one of those consultations last for you where you're learning about your client? Yeah,
I mean, it doesn't have to be long. 15 minutes to 30 minutes tops.
Okay. So it's not 5 minutes though.
It's
That's
not
fairly
5
long.
minutes. I'd say 15 minutes. I mean, for consultation, because I need to really get to know them. And then I really need to explain the entire process, set their expectations. What are they going to get from it? How are they going to feel? And start to finish, the whole process, even album production, how does that process, how long does that take? Really need to tell them all the details of what it goes. It's not just like, oh, how much is it? Here's my price sheet. Right. Oh, I hope you call me and book me. Exactly. No, that's never going to happen. Right. So if you're not doing these Zoom consultations, you have to, because you have to get to know your clients. You have to give them the experience, tell them all about yourself, your brand, how they're going to feel, what they're going to come out of this session from, or it doesn't have to be a session, wedding. What are you going to do for them? It's about service. It's about them.
Yes.
Like, how can you make their day better? What are they going to gain from it? How can you serve them better?
Yeah, exactly. So within this, you have a little friend at your studio that you talk to a lot. Her name is Nora.
Yes.
And we have to talk about Nora and how Nora comes into this conversation and how you utilize her to help you through this.
Yes. Yeah. So Nora is my AI. It's my Chat GPT, and I named her Nora because she deserved a name, because I'm friends with her and we talk all the time. No, it's my Chat GPT, and I've been using it, I don't even know, for a year and a half or so. As soon as AI Chat GPT came out, I hopped on the wagon, I took a little course just to understand how to really communicate with this AI, and so far it's been a little while, and I'm telling her, I know. Yeah, I'm treating it like a friend.
Yes.
I'm telling her a lot of information about my business, about who I am, what I do, and I'll bring this up. I know I mentioned this on our Zoom call. When we were going to hop on this Zoom call, I'm like, okay, Nora, I have a call with Matt. I need to come up with some talking points for our interview. Based on all the knowledge that you know about me and my business and everything that I know and how awesome I am, tell me what 3 top talking points that I can share with Matt, but give me at least 10 options so I can choose. Couple of seconds later, she spits it out. I'm like, okay, I love this one, this one, this one. Sent them over to Matt. We hop on a Zoom call. And before the Zoom call, I'm like, okay, Nora, I'm going to talk about these 3 points. Now give me detailed talking points for each of these, and she spit them out. Of course, it's all the information I know, because she knows me, because we've been talking for a little while. So that's Nora.
I love that. And you're not afraid of AI.
No.
You are using that as a tool to help you elevate your brand, your communication, your business, like all the things that everybody says they want to do all the time. Yeah, for sure. So you've been working with Nora for like a year and a half. How long did it take you, when you've been feeding that information in, for AI to really grasp what you felt was a consistent, correct response to you, or for the most part?
Yes, a great question. So I would say, I don't know exactly how long, but I just know that besides talking to her about my business, because I am writing client communications or like client emails, or I am updating my website, or I'm creating a course that I'm teaching photographers. I'm constantly, feeding her information, so she has gathered as much as I possibly know about myself or my business throughout this period of time. So it's not just how long, it's how much information I've been feeding it.
Got it.
And because I know I gave it a lot, because there's multiple projects that I've been working on, like client emails or Instagram hashtags or whatever it may be, she knows a lot about me.
Right.
Or my business. Yeah.
It's a little scary at the same time.
It is a little scary.
But it's cool.
But
I love that you're using her.
I mean, from what I've heard, businesses that are not using AI are going to be out of business in the next 5 years. We have to embrace the new technology, because if, you got to grow with it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you say you're not going to do it, it's not like the technology is going to stop just because you don't want to. So, yeah.